Bees are known for their role in pollination, and in the case of the best-known species, the western honeybee, for producing honey. They feed on nectar primarily as an energy source and the pollen for protein and other nutrients, and as food for their larvae. Bee pollination is important both ecologically and commercially, and the decline in wild bees has increased the value of pollination by commercially managed hives of honeybees. With over 16,000 known species of bees in 7 recognized biological families, stay with us as we are counting down the 5 of the most beautiful bees in the world. Number 5. Native to the eastern United States, the pure gold-green sweat bee is absolutely stunning with striking green iridescence. As the common name of this group suggests, these sweat bees are attracted to human sweat, which they lick in order to consume salts. This species is not social, meaning that there is no division of reproduction or labor. Therefore, if a female returns to her nest and finds it occupied by another bee, she will use her powerful jaws to remove it, even if it is her own newly emerged offspring. This species is an important native pollinator in eastern deciduous forests and other habitats, as it emerges in spring and remains active throughout the summer and early fall. Both male and female adults are present throughout the season, but males are more commonly laid in a nest's initial cells and are more abundant early in the season. Subsequently constructed cells are usually occupied by females, and adult females outnumber males later in the season. Number 4. Native to Australia, the neon cuckoo bee is absolutely magnificent with its brilliant metallic blue and black banded colors. Because of their inability to take care of their offspring, cuckoo bees have evolved to trick others into doing it for them. Since they are so dependent on their host, they have learned how to pick the proper one. Pollen-collecting species, as the blue-banded bee, make the perfect target. This way their offspring can use the gathered pollen as a food source. Alternatively, cuckoo bee larvae can also snack on the host's eggs or larvae. Either way, if things get to that point, the host's young rarely, if ever, survives. This is why these bees can be harmful to social bees if they remain undetected. Lucky for most potential victims, though, these brood parasites are few and far between. Even so, hosts get better at detecting them, and cuckoo bees get better at tricking the hosts in a deadly game of cat and mouse. Number 3. Found from Quebec, south to Florida, and west to Texas, the Vescent Metallic Bees are best known for their metallic green heads and thoraxes. Unlike honeybees, Vescent green metallic bees do not live in hives, but instead in small colonies underground. A mated female will dig a burrow, usually in sandy soil with several different chambers. The female will then proceed to lay an egg in each chamber, place a pollen ball in the chamber to provide nourishment for emerging larvae, and then will seal the chamber. Interestingly enough, these bees will guard each entrance by posting an individual to keep watch and chase off unwanted visitors like parasitic wasps. Every evening, the bees also plug up the entrance holes to protect themselves overnight, and usually reopen the entrances in the morning. Number 2. Native to Australia and occurs in many other regions, the blue-banded bee is very striking in appearance with its pale opalescent blue stripes on its abdomen. The male can be distinguished by the number of complete bands, having 5 as opposed to the female's 4. As solitary species, each female blue-banded bee mates and then builds a solitary nest by herself, where she builds it in a shallow burrow in clay soil or sometimes in mud bricks. This bee can perform a special type of pollination called buzz pollination. Some flowers hide their pollen inside tiny capsules. A blue-banded bee can grasp a flower of this type and shiver her flight muscles, causing the pollen to shoot out of the capsule. She can then collect the pollen for her nest and carry it from flower to flower, pollinating the flowers. Number 1. Found in forests from Mexico to southeastern Brazil, orchid bees are living jewels. Most kinds are dark green and shiny with sparse hairs, but they can be brilliant blue, purple, red, gold, brassy, or a mixture of these colors. One thing that makes these bees unique and different from other bees is the way they pollinate flowers. Certain neotropical orchids produce strong medicinal or flavoring scents that attract orchid bee males to their blossoms from a great distance. Males visit orchids in addition to tree wounds, fungi, and certain flowers to collect scent volatiles. Using specialized scraper hairs on their front legs, they gather up these essential oils and store them within glands in their inflated hind legs. Over a period of weeks or months, males collect a species-specific mixture of scents. One or more males gather in leks, display sites on tree trunks where they release some of their harvested scents while buzzing, flying out from their tree and returning. Although rarely observed, females seem to choose among males and mate with them in these territorial sites.